So we return to Aethergarde. On the first morning of the sun's solstice, as the fair has begun and the long night has overtaken the city in this region of the world. After discussions were had at your guys' home, Walt's Manor, you went ahead and you did some investigation of the notes that were stolen in the heist of Aldous Manor. And through some magic sculpted by Maximilian, you guys managed to reconstitute the psyche of Cameron Fraser, the doctor who had previously studied the Aether Blight. And Maximilian hopes holds answers to the disease that has cursed him. And we had a big scene with him, in which all of you learned that he died sometime around 1835. And he was believed to have died in his sleep, though he commented that he was killed by his own nightmares. Additionally, studying the notes, all of you learned the recipe for the potion that's meant to at least temporarily stave off some of the effects of the Aether Blight that are negative for the body. Let's see, what else did you guys learn? You guys learned that he believed that the Aether Blight was bleeding through into the prime kind of like realm from another realm of existence or dimension. I think that is most of the major notes. And then after fully investigating the notes, as well as discussing things with the construct of his psyche, all of you traveled to the fair, where immediately the party split up, as if drawn off by separate motes of light. It was very funny how quickly everyone divided without discussion. Some of you met the Tooth Fairy.
Hey, Dare and I discussed.
Yeah.
That's everyone else
usually
left.
It's just you two. Usually it's just you two that discuss things.
Everyone else left, and we were like, all right, which way do you want?
Some of you met the Tooth Fairy and received gifts from the Tooth Fairy. You're not quite sure what they do at this time, but you received a button and a scale. I believe the button went to Maximilian? Or was it the scale that went to Maximilian?
I got the scale.
Yeah.
And then
I think the button went to Phil.
Yeah, Phil. Okay. Additionally, V and Dare found a talent show in which they won and got the Moonstone as a prize. And the last dove-marked fair location. Now remember, you guys it was hinted to you guys that if you followed the translucent magical doves, you could find like locations of importance to the mythos specifically. So like magical people and that kind of thing. And the last one was the Fishman's Fish Soup Cart, in which I believe everyone partook of the soup and got a character point. Was it everybody in the party? Nobody refused?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, even Carr got it.
Now we're
tried some soup.
also cursed.
Yes. Now you've all have the fish soup curse, but you got a character point out of it. That was cool.
Worth it.
Permanent fish breath.
That was probably your greatest NPC so far, though, Matt.
The Fishman. I feel like that means I've got a lot of work to do, but okay. I did enjoy doing the popping thing with my mouth. I thought that was really funny.
Shoot.
He was great.
Who knows? Maybe he'll become important to the plot somehow.
We'll hire him on in the kitchen staff.
The session closed with the party splitting again in a certain way. overcome with his curiosity, Carton decided to take off after one of the doves that was leaving the fish soup stand to see if he could follow it back to its point of origin, leading him to grapple with his hooks up onto the roof and disappear into the night. While I believe all the rest of you were heading past the cart, the fishman's cart, to the gates of the Bethel Hill Magisterium, where you were hoping to talk with the magically inclined or studiers of mythos there about, what clues specifically did you guys want to discuss with them? Do you guys remember?
I think we wanted to ask them about locations of, or where we could get some of those ingredients for the potion.
Yes, the recipe. I put that in the player doc, by the way. I put the recipe in the player doc. I've just started putting stuff in the player doc and hope that people will use it as a resource more often. But there were other things you guys wanted to discuss with them as well. In fact, you were planning on going to see them, I think, before you even got the recipe thing.
We were.
There was also the people that the guy Max conjured the facsimile of mentioned that worked at the Mysterium while he was alive.
Yeah, he was a former student there. And the headmistress was mentioned, and so was a professor named Alan Moore. I believe you guys also wanted to ask them about the stuff that was being traded at Aldous Manor.
Yeah, the fairy stone.
It's called something cooler than that.
It was, but I'm drawing a blank on what it was called right now.
I'm looking through my notes.
What was
I've been trying to...
The stuff that was being traded at Aldous Manor.
Mineral? Glacium?
Yeah.
Glasmere?
Glacium, and then there was Glasmere
In the fairy.
Yeah, perfect thing.
Where was the group document? I'm not finding it.
I think it's in the player.
I just put a link to it.
Yeah, click on that. Pin that link.
Thanks.
Good link to have pinned. Oh yeah, pin. Okay. Calm down, Discord. Behave. Let's get started then. Because we don't actually begin there. As all of you push through the gates, wrought iron and decrepit, leading into the large building that makes up the Magisterium proper. And we're not going to begin up in the dark, in the shadows of the roofs, where ducking and weaving and running as fast as he can, Carton chases after the translucent, sparkling dove, the magical construct that slipped past the fish, led you guys to the fishman's soup cart, and then tried to flitter away unnoticed. We're going to begin somewhere else. Far south, down the long road, through the bustling festival, in a dark alley, where two concerned and already weary, barely into the solstice, constables. Who invited these guys? Look, I don't know, but the head constable said we should let him look at the scene, so we'll let him look at the scene. Fine. Just hurry up, will ya? Philium, you hear the constable's call from outside to you as you stand at the center of this alley, boots on the wet cobblestones, wetted deeper as blood pools around the body of a peasant. You've been here for a minute or two. There's no weapons about, and there doesn't appear to be much sign of struggle either. But for the attack to have happened so recently, in the first few hours of the festival, it is very strange that this body is already so pale and decrepit. And if you could quickly describe Philium as he stands at the center of this crime scene for us.
At this point, I feel like with the money that's been coming in, he's moved up to a nicer pinstripe suit. It's not all scuffed up, at least yet. Holding his cane. Anybody looking at him with purpose would notice he's only pretending to need to use the cane. But he still has one, and it looks like he's using it if you're not like super focused on it. And finished off with a not too tall of a top hat. Just starts looking over the body.
As you kneel down, go ahead and make a wits a wits study test for me. Do you have Philium's character sheet?
I have it saved. If you promote me, I can pull it in.
Okay.
Unless you've already pulled it in from somewhere.
I haven't. And Josh, do you have your other character sheet saved?
I just pulled.
I just pulled mine up as well.
Okay, cool. Do you want me to promote you so you can put sheets into here too?
Sure. I mean, if you just throw a character sheet out, I'll start filling it out with the.
Oh, you can grab a character sheet from here anytime you want. This bag.
Which bag did you show me? The brown one or the blue one?
Blue one. Other one doesn't have anything in it. Yes. What study test?
What was the check? What study?
Yeah, it's gonna be against a target number of 15.
But I rolled Snake Eyes, so that doesn't work.
Don't you have a 1 reroll?
Yeah, I thought you had a reroll on like study stuff.
Hold, please. Pulling up his sheet.
Take your time. As the constables watch you kneel down, pull out your pin and start flittering through the body, they'll both... Very strange. Yeah. I don't like this guy. Me either. They turn just in time to see a large wolf growling at them. Alright, hurry up. You guys can come through too. He told us you would be meeting him here. Josh, Ant, you want to go ahead and describe your characters as they enter the scene, having come to meet Philium?
Sure. Silas Caldwell is stylishly dressed in his derby hat. He's wearing a long dress coat that's probably a navy blue colored, a vest. On his hip are 2 pearl-handled 6-shooters. And he's wearing some pretty fancy cowboy boots from his homeland of Algamore.
Bernard would be probably wearing like a brown coat, like not super fancy, but a nice, kind of dressy brown coat over like a white shirt. He would have a top hat on. Probably a little bit shorter than Philium's, just, he also has, like, he looks pretty well kempt, except for, like, he's got a lot of facial hair that's just kind of unkempt and all over the place. He's got long brown hair hanging out from underneath his top hat. He'll turn down to Luna. It's all right, girl. They're fine.
They're stupid.
Yes. I was gonna say that, and then actually I don't know why I didn't. They can't understand us.
Why are you growling at your wolf?
Oh, he does that.
just-
Don't worry about it.
All right, a few more minutes, then you got to get out of here. They'll walk back to the end of the alley as the three of you come together at the crime scene. Did you get your wit study test, Ted?
Yeah, so I did see I have, they are easy for me.
Okay,
And I can also re-roll a failed test.
This would count.
Well, I mean, 8 is better than 2, I guess.
It is.
I have a 10, technically. I have a +2.
Okay. There are a couple clues you find on the body, despite not hitting the highest target number. One strange thing you find is that there only seems to be one wound on this person. You notice some signs of general distress, chapped lips, sunken eyes. It looks like to you they may have been sick at the time when they were attacked, or at least weak physically. But the wounds are very strange. 2 holes, like pinpricks in the neck. And additionally, you find clutched tightly in the fingers of one of the hands a small piece of torn parchment with a name scrawled on it. Therasane Waltz. And an address. Looks like it's for a local clinic.
Well, anyone need a doctor's visit? Anyone familiar with this man? Just hold up the note for these two.
I don't recall.
Didn't our characters meet these characters at some point?
Wasn't it a pharmacy or a hospital that we met the French gentleman at?
Dr. Waltz, isn't that one of the people in that group we met up with the other day?
Group, you mean those criminals we found? They stole something from the Waltz, wasn't it?
Yes. The criminal.
Yes.
Well, I can't say I've met him myself.
No, but maybe it's time we did.
Perhaps we do. I'll look to the constables. So, you guys are gonna clean this up, right?
Get out of our sight.
I'll
You're
turn
doing
down
God's work.
I'll turn down and look at Luna. Get the bodies sent for me, will you? Just in case.
I've already got it.
Thank you.
The three of you step out of the alley, looking again down at the note and marking the address. You wander off into the bustling streets of the long street fair that stretches this whole portion of the city. And the constables kind of look back and forth at each other, shaking their head. And they stalk down into the alley where they flip the body over after you've inspected it, and they start to lift it. And just as they start to lift it, the one who rounds and turns his back on the end of the alley at the feet and grips them gets pulled away into the darkness.
Do we see that happen?
Nope.
Cool.
What the fuck? We cut to a rooftop. Carten, go ahead and make an agility coordination test for me. The dove drifts through the air at high speed, and as you follow it along the rooftop, you have to scamper over some loose shingles to keep up with it. The target number is going to be 12.
I have the master trapeze that makes all of those easy.
Yep, goes to a 9.
That's an 18.
Okay. All right. You leap over the loose shingles. The dove, it's almost like it's noticed that you're tracking it now and it's trying to be evasive. You launch with a grapple and it launches you to the next roof, and then you see an even longer gap that you need to leap. You take a running head start. I need you to make a brawn coordination test for me. This is also a target number of 12.
That's 19.
19. Just as you think you're going to fall short, you whip out both the gauntlets and you use them to boomerang yourself forward. You roll to a stop, and then you run across as you see a large crane off one of the riverways swinging past. I need you to make another agility coordination to slide under.
That's a 19.
You dodge underneath it, and you slide out on the other side of the rooftop crane, and you look across, and you see the dove flittering forward to where you see a small figure, unnaturally small, maybe 3 feet tall, with a wide-brimmed hat standing in the shadows. They open their coat, and the dove flies inside. And just as you move forward to leap towards him, I need you to make an agility defend for me.
That's a 12.
A 12. Okay. You feel a heavy blow, something bludgeoning your side from the shadows under the swinging crane, and you're knocked to the side. You actually fall about 10 feet, and you take like a point of bludgeoning damage that your armor absorbs as you turn and you look up, and you see a figure on the roof, looking down at you from beneath the shadows of their cowl.
Brother, I have been sent from home. You have been away for too long. You are to return with me.
A construct similar to you leaps down and lands.
I do not know you, and I am not going anywhere with you. I retract my blade.
The construct's eyes light up. Arm blades shifting out of the wrists of their cloak.
So be it. I have been given my task, and I am to complete it, one way or another.
Agreed. I will mark you for death.
The cold winds whip across the rooftop as another car stands across from you. And just as you rush together to clash, we're going to cut away again. The iron gates of the Bethel Hill Magisterium groan shut behind all of you. The gloom of its grounds outside the front door lingering with almost a fog all their own. Opening the door is easy. It gives way to the curious, as it was designed to do. But the entry hall, there's something sad about it. It swallows you in a hush thick as velvet. And as you enter, polished checkerboard marble stretches of floor beneath your feet, wrapping across the surface with your boots and shoes. A subtly shifting hue lingering amongst the checkerboard ground. Portraits lining the paneled walls with gilded frames that look just a little too dusty. Subjects being past teachers, financial benefactors, former prodigies. All oil paintings, softly shifting as if a brush still strokes them. You could swear that some of them even turn their heads and watch as all of you pass by. the centerpiece of the entry chamber, a large grandfather clock that keeps a kind of silent vigil, like a gothic gargoyle over the room. Its pendulum swinging back and forth visually, but never making so much as a soft tick to interrupt the silence. Then deliberate footsteps break the quiet. From one of the shadowed arches emerges a tall, angular figure clad in an immaculate black suit and coat. He shifts his white-gloved hands behind his back, and he fixes all of you with pale eyes. Welcome to the Bethel Hill Magisterium. Kindly refrain from touching anything that appears to be watching you. Somewhere, all of you can hear a door opening and shutting of its own accord. I'm Mr. Halbrecht. I run the day-to-day activities of the building. Something of a manager, you would say, and I also book appointments. I don't believe all of you have an appointment. What are you doing here?
Max would say, yes, no appointment, unfortunately, but we have a few things we'd like to do some research on, if that's all right. And of course, we'd love to take a look at what you have on display here. If that's not too much trouble, we won't get in your way, or as you said, touch anything that appears observant.
We are not a museum. We are a school.
Of course. And as I said, we are here for research.
We are a private institution. Yes, we are a house of knowledge, but we are not open for business with strangers. Perhaps you could see about coming in for some kind of tryout. Next time we are booking classes.
I feel like I know how private schools work. Say, are there any new buildings you wish to procure funding for, perhaps?
Procure funding, you say? A voice from behind him kind of cuts through that tension, and you see he's a very average-looking man in pretty much every way. Average height, average build, plain face with dusty, graying, long locks of curly hair, and a set of glasses that are cracked through one of the lenses. He's holding several large tomes, and he hooks them in a hand like they're his child, and he pushes the glasses up, and he says, it's all right, Mr. Halbrecht. I'll handle it. I'm sure they just wandered in, they saw something interesting at the Sun Solstice Fair, and they want to ask us about it. We are the magical weirdos, after all. And Halbrecht turns and looks back at him and says, fine. I'll leave you in the hands of Professor Yancey. And he'll just turn and walk away. Alright. So, my name is Mel. You can just call me Mel, Professor Yancey to the students. You came here to see what?
I'll look to Max.
Well, we were interested in pursuing a handful of different items of inquiry, actually. First item of business is we were interested in Professor and what was it, the head of the school? Was it the headmaster?
Headmistress.
Mistress. We're interested in learning a bit more about a certain professor and headmistress who were employed here several decades ago.
I see. Well, I mean, the headmistress is the headmistress. She always has been the headmistress. She always will be the headmistress, so... No, apologies. Allergies. It's really dusty in here, and Mr. Halberg hasn't hired good help in quite a long time. Nope, it's hitting me. It's hitting me. I'm so sorry. Nope, I think I'm good. So, as for meeting the headmistress, that can be a difficult thing, but I'm sure I could explain the basics to you. Who was this other professor you were looking for? We do come and go in this profession.
Is Alan something? I give him the name.
Professor Moore. Yes, that would be difficult. He died. He died close to 60 years ago. Though, some can talk to the dead. Not quite one of my talents. You're more than welcome to try.
Well, if you had any of his writings or personal effects or things like that, we did not expect him to still be with us per se, but we were hoping to be able to learn a little bit about him and his work here.
Interesting. Why don't all of you follow me? I'll put on some tea. And he heads directly down one of the halls where he uses his foot to push open a door that looks like it leads into like a large dining room. Like a school cafeteria almost. Do you all follow?
Next follows.
As all of you pass through the door with him, and you can already hear the boiling of water, and you can smell this sweet smell of honey and maybe lavender as tea boils. We cut back up to the roof. What's your initiative?
Initiative's a 4.
All right. You are up first.
So I will energize my blades, and I'll attack the one closest to me.
This is futile. I have been trained and designed to defeat you.
He hits for 15.
15. He dodges to the side as your blade cuts a line through the cloak as it flourishes by, but you don't manage to land a hit on him.
Okay. I swing the second one, and that one's a 17.
17 hits. He brings up his blade. You manage to slip past the defense and sink the blade into his armored chest plate. What's the damage on that?
That's 2 with the energy, and it's going to negate his armor, or 3 armor.
Yep. He swings back off of that attack and sets his feet again. Any other attacks? Oh, I think you went out. Say something. Oh, it's doing that thing.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
All right. No, that's all I have for attacks.
Right.
Can I disengage from him, and I'm gonna pull off my cloak. I'll burn 1 for the.
Are you actually using disengage as a deed without a deed somehow?
No, I can use actually.
Because if not, he will attack you with his reaction when he tries to move away.
Yeah, it's the ability that allows me to burn 1 point to move out of somebody's area without reacting.
You slip back away from him.
I'm gonna pull my cloak off, and can I kind of get it caught up somewhere on the roof? Because just in case these guys inevitably take me down, I want them to be able to find.
Sure. There's just one enemy as far as you can tell.
Okay, I thought there was a second one that popped up behind me. Okay, all right. Well, then I'm still gonna just try and wrap it around a weather mane or something.
Sure.
If that can just use it. And
you skid back and you leap up and you wrap it around, and just as you finish tying it off, so it's almost flying in the cold air like a flag, you hear. And I need you to make 2 agility defend tests for him.
One's an 8.
All right. First dagger sinks into you for 3 points of piercing damage.
And the other one is a 19.
19. You dodge the second one after taking that initial wound, and you leap down off the vein, and as you turn to look back at him, a pellet of smoke explodes in front of him, and he disappears from view. Go ahead and make a wisdom study test for me.
It's a 12.
12. You're looking around back and forth for him, and then suddenly through one of the clouds of smoke, he dives out and he tackles you, and both you and him roll off of that roof and fall about 5 feet down, hitting an awning and landing on another roof as he releases you, and you roll out. Both of you are back on your feet at the start of your turn.
I'll launch the wrist blade out at him.
Okay.
And that's a 19.
Yeah, it hits him.
So that one's going to do an additional bonus damage. So it's hitting for 3.
Yep. Another blade sinks into him.
Then the other hand I'll swing at him.
I will not stop until I have completed my mission.
That's a 16. Neither will I, brother.
He snaps back and he twirls around one of the arm blades, and he knocks that 16 like out of the air. He just blocks it, and then he leaps up off his feet and he rushes in at you with another attack. And I need an agility defend from you.
It was a 10.
10. You do manage to duck underneath him. He crashes into the side of what looks like some kind of like it's like a brick it's like a brick wall structure that's made to look kind of like fancy, and he like slams into it, and then as you turn back towards him, he launches his own dagger out of the bottom of one of his wrists at you as well. And I need one more agility to defend.
That's a 20.
20, yeah. That you duck that. You actually crit that. So I'm gonna let you kick it back at him because that sounds rad. So
that does sound rad.
And you kick it back at him, and it turns on its point and launches back at him, and it hits him again, and more of the bricks break, and then you'll see him. He launches out both of his hands, and the grapples launch from his palms. And I need you to make one more agility defend for me.
That's a 23.
Oh. You snap up your blades and you cut off both of the grapples, and then he falls back through the bricks, and it gives way to like a fireplace chute, and he disappears down through the roof of the building. And you're like temporarily disengaged from him. What do you want to do?
I'll look back to see if the guy in the hat is gone now.
Yeah, you don't see him there.
I'm going to start trying to make my way back to the team, assuming that there might not be the only one of him out here.
You look back to that higher roof. You don't see the guy with the hat or the doves that were gathering around him. And then you look back to the hole, and you can hear people shouting from inside of the house wherever he crash landed.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take off into the night to try to get away from him.
Perfect.
All right. And as those people are shouting and you take off into the night, we fade to a warm, comforting, vibrant surface of a cup of tea that's been sat down in front of Maximilian, and one for Durasane as well. Tea for you as well, friend. Oh. I'm sorry, but I must say, you have quite a few stitches on your face.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
What are you, some kind of undead construct or something?
That
Very
would be
interesting.
crazy. I don't think those exist.
You must have been designed by a very powerful warlock of some kind. Huh. Doesn't even look like your skin's aging that much. Very interesting indeed.
I'm gonna just look around the room. I'll take the tea.
Sure. Did you
awkwardly.
want brains with that, or? I'm
Do you
just
have
kidding. We might. I don't. Mr. Halbrecht, do we have brains?
Hat's was vorhin.
That glare is telling me no. No, we do not have brains.
Oh, that's
Do you
okay.
have hot
I'll
sauce?
just
Anything hot? Peppers, perhaps?
Oh, yeah, we do have chili powder and such.
That would be perfect.
Sure thing, sure thing. Mr. Halbrecht, if you could bring some chili powder and some snacks as well. Thank you. So, tell me, you've piqued my interest, and I do believe that curiosity should be rewarded. Where would all of you like to begin?
I'll just look to Max.
Max will finish taking a sip of tea and say, "Ah, delightful. If I knew the Mysterium had such wonderful tea, I would have come here ages ago." He'll set his cup down. And then say, well, let me start by asking you a question. What do you know of the Aetherblight?
I've read various articles and such on it. It seems to me that mysteries such as the Aetherblight often attract the strangest of tales and wildest of rumors. I've even heard rumors that it was created by a cult that intended to use it to wipe out human life on the planet and such. But if you'd ask me, it'd be much more likely that it was some kind of failed experimentation and completely on accident. Just glad to say that as of now, the quarantines in Ardennes and other such locations have allowed it to keep from spreading, well, too far.
Yes, that is most fortunate. We have been doing some research on the origins and spread of the Aetherblight, and we came about some writings of someone who claimed to be a student of Dr. Moore, and we were curious as to whether any of Dr. Moore's research was related in any way.
Interesting. Well, if I was to hazard a guess, I would say that you were referring to one Cameron Fraser.
That would be correct.
Very bright student, from what I was told. Both his family and the school expected very big things of him, I think. But, much to Professor Moore's disdain, he became rather obsessed with the Aetherblight, as it were. It had a bit of a personal, tragic tie to him and his life. I would...
The death of his wife, yes?
Yes, indeed. Professor Moore, he was not a specialist in any particular means with these kind of diseases and stuff, but he did, I know, admit at times that he had encouraged these studies before they hit the point of obsession. And, well, he did blame himself a bit for what ended up happening to his student. Cameron Fraser was no doubt one of his favorites. That was all before my time, of course, so this is all secondhand. I've been teaching here for only about a decade now.
Well, if you have any further of young Mr. Fraser's writings, or anything of Professor Moore's that you believe might be relevant, and we could peruse them for anything that might be related to the Blight, we'd much appreciate it.
Yes, I think it would be possible for us to work on getting you a type of, guest pass, as it were, into the libraries. Normally only faculty and students are allowed such things, but I am sure we could convince the school with time that it would be helpful. You know, like tit for tat, maybe you do a favor for us, we do a favor for you, that kind of thing. I'm sure we can work something out. I will say, and I should warn you, I don't know what all these personal journals of Fraser went into, but he was a brilliant mage. Perhaps you are too. But this investigation of his led to his death. And it may lead to yours as well. And your friends you brought here. other dimensions are not always friendly. Yes?
Did he die of aether blight?
He was infected with the disease, and it could be what killed him, yes? Others surmise that he died in his sleep. Some even spoke of, rumors that he had told those closest to him that he was having nightmares. Some believed the pure fright of them eventually stopped his heart while he was unconscious. I don't know if that is possible or not, but I do know that traversing the realms can have a heavy effect on one's mind, and it should not be a quest taken up lightly. Yes?
Indeed. Part of the purpose of our research is to try to find exactly what put him in mortal danger and avoiding it. When it comes right down to it, I will take whatever risks end up being necessary once we've mitigated them as much as possible.
As you finish saying that, you can hear out in the main hall, you can hear Mr. Hallbrecht saying, "Welcome to Bethel Hill Magisterium. It seems we have many strangers wandering in without appointments tonight. And who are you?" This tall, angular man stands in front of you as you stumble into the building car.
Without wearing my cloak, he's just all gleaming.
Yeah. Multiple daggers in your body.
Doctor, I apologize. I seem to have lost the cloak that you gave me.
I see you are with them. I probably should have guessed. Hallbrecht just walks away.
Okay.
Interesting. A man of science and a mage come to my door asking about, perhaps the deadliest disease of our time. You know, strange things always happen on the sun's solstice, but this is indeed one of the stranger ones for me. Oh, and you, of course. You're clearly some kind of zombie.
He will just awkwardly sip from his chili powder tea.
Well, we strive to be anything but boring.
Yes, indeed. And all of you are living here in this part of the city, yes? I can't help but admit I do believe I have seen you before at your clinic, Mr. Waltz. Not to be treated, but I was in the area, and I have heard that you've been giving service to those that might not normally afford it. For this I oblige.
Yes, I do what I can to help.
So, perhaps we can come to some kind of an arrangement. Give me time to talk to the headmistress, and I will see about you being able to access the personal records and belongings that we have in our collection in the library for Mr. Moore. Perhaps the headmistress will even find you interesting enough to speak with herself.
That would be most appreciated.
Was there anything else I can help you with today?
There was one other rather minor thing. We are looking for some unusual ingredients. A friend of ours is an alchemist of sorts, and Max will pull out the list of ingredients they haven't found yet and prefer it to him. And we were wondering if you'd have any idea where we might acquire any of these.
I believe you guys have the snake fang.
Yep.
You have the pint of pond water. You got the apple vinegar from the kitchens. He'll look over the list. Interesting. Well, let's see here. Yes. Yes, I do believe that I have in my personal collection a wyvern's teeth. I will bring it for you. And additionally, the devil's milk we could provide, as well as the red salt in a bowl. I'm assuming you already have some kind of cauldron, so you don't need that. The blind eye. That will be difficult. I would annotate that most likely requires this blind eye to be either relatively fresh or that this is actually some kind of metaphor for a glass eye. So consider both of those options. It may be easier to procure a glass eye than cut the blind eye out of a person.
Great.
Let's see. Oh, and white powder. I would assume that this is referring to white powder, which would be aether dust. You should be able to find it on, well, one of any number of drug addicts you meet while you're at the festival.
Yes, we're planning to do some further shopping at the festival after our stop here.
Just be careful. Very often those types are the types that are not looking to sell so much as rob you of your wallet. But, yes. Let me get those things for you, and please enjoy your rest. And did you need anything, newcomer? You look a little rather worse for wear. Sorry, I'm used to constructs that are made of armor and bounded by psyche. This is very strange for me.
Do you happen to have a cloak?
Yes, I think I might have a cloak somewhere, and he'll wander off to go try to collect those things for you guys.
What happened to your cloak?
I left it on the top of a building after I was attacked by another automaton reaper. Apparently, he claims to be my brother.
Did you see what number he was?
Did he have a number on him?
No, I don't think you guys are numbered on your
Yeah, I don't
body.
think I have a 10 on me, but
Hey, I was hoping.
It's not that much of an anime.
He did say he was constructed to defeat me. However, I believe I got the best of him a few times.
Bro, you kicked his ass. It was hilarious.
Phil,
this whole time, Phil has been quiet, nodding his head, and as he sips on his tea after you say that very simply, he's going to put it down and he's going to look at you and he's going to say, "Another time, perhaps, when we sit together, I will teach you how to properly tell a story."
Thank you. There was also a gentleman in a hat. I was unable to confirm his identity, though, as I was attacked by the other Reaper.
So did you kill the other Reaper?
No, but I damaged him and left to come tell you this little bit of information that I provided.
What is the significance of a man in a hat?
The construct flew into his coat.
The construct that
The bird.
you beat up?
The bird? The doves?
The dove. Yes, the dove flew into his coat. And can I give him the approximate location of...
Yeah, you could. You'd know enough to lead them back there as well.
I could always retrieve my cloak as well. I feared there may be more, so I thought it best to come back.
Probably for the best. I don't know that we should go back right away if they are waiting for you. If they were sent to take you out or take you back or something, they
Agreed. He did say he
certainly
wanted to retrieve me.
come after you again.
That it was my time to come home. I must admit, I was curious to find more information of my origin, but I wanted to bring back the information about the man in the hat.
I would also like to find out information from your origin, as we met with you and a couple others trying to kill us.
Yeah, and just as a warning, in case you don't remember, but if you ever get jumped by one of them again, they self-destruct and explode. So if you're about to kill them, make sure you throw them away.
This is good to know. I hope he did not destroy the family's home that he fell into.
Or if there's two of them, throw the first one at the second one. That's what I did the first time, and it was very effective in bringing you down.
Noted. Thank you, V.
Well, let's wait on that coat to get you covered up before we head out of here, though. Throw them off the scent a little bit if you look different.
All right. We have here, and he sits down a knapsack on on the table by where all of you are sitting. A wyvern's tooth, red salt, and a bowl. A wound with a clay bowl. Those tend to project aether best. Let's see. For you, a cloak. I apologize, it's a little short. And he hands you a cloak.
That is okay. I am a little short. He takes it.
B was thinking the exact same thing.
All right, then. So, I could send a messenger to Walt's Manor after I have hopefully procured for you entry into our libraries, yes?
That works for me.
Yes, your assistance is much appreciated.
Of course. Is there anything else I could do for you tonight?
Max will look around at everyone else, and if no one suggests anything, he'll say, I believe that covers everything nicely. Thank you so much for your hospitality. And the tea, again, it was quite lovely.
Yes. And next time we see each other, we should also talk about, we have a little end-of-the-year festivities for the students, and you might be the perfect man to be part of the show.
Oh, well, I would be most honored. Most honored.
Huh, I see a favor building already. I'll mention it to the headmistress.
Excellent.
And a few moments later, all of you are standing outside of the magisterium under the stars, grouped back together again. Phil kind of nods his head. Very interesting people. I believe there is much we could learn from them there. We didn't even ask about that glacium stuff.
Is anybody else wondering if they could jump into the moving paintings like we did at the Death Museum?
You jumped into moving paintings at a death museum.
I was not thinking about that until now, V, but...
Perhaps I should teach both of you how to tell a story.
I was really tempted to go up and try and jump into one, but I thought they would get mad at me. Even if it did work.
It's probably for the best, V.
Just crashes through one of their walls.
Kool-Aid Man style? And as all of you stand there conversing, you see a dove cutting across the fence and sinking down and away into the bustling crowd of the festival, the main drag where the festival is stretching across the district. Are you guys ready to head back out?
Yeah.
Cool. As all of you head back out into the festival, go ahead and make wits or wisdom and study tests for me.
I got 11.
13.
5.
Also 5.
Okay. So it was a 13, an 11, and 2 5s. The 2 5s would notice a dove lands on another cart stand. You actually see the fish man pushing past this other man, and the other man kind of turns to the fish man and says, "Hey, this is my corner. Go find yourself another corner." And The fish man like wanders off. This guy appears to be serving eel on a stick. Across from him, the 11 would notice that a large bar front has been opened with a dove landing on the sign that's like hanging over the kind of like parlor style door entryway. And inside, actually pushing out from the doors as the dove lands, you see a large portly woman turn and look, and she says, "Still need a few more for the pie eating contest. A few more. Hey, you know what? If you're gonna be one of those guys that comes back later, says I made you look like a fool, tries to sue me or something like that, don't even try to join, okay? But anybody with some real balls, we need a few more, okay?" Wanders back into the building. And who got the 13? Dare, you would notice that a small tent off in one of the alleys also has a dove land on it. It's a small, almost like circus-style point-top tent, and you see a sign that's hanging outside of it that says, "Get the greatest rest you've ever had." And as you're reading that, you see a young couple step out of it. That was incredible. And they both join hands and skip off into the festival together.
I think Jensen would be a great pie-eating competitor. V, can you eat pie?
I can, but I mean, it'll probably
would have plain pie for you.
That large woman says there's a contest to eat pie. He points at the,
Well, if we are to participate, I think you or Phil would probably be the best at it, but it would not be enjoyable for you, V.
Oh, let me tell you of the time I was young, and I was locked away. They told me I'd be trapped there forever if I could not eat 100,000 pies.
Oh, sorry.
It
I fell
began with
asleep
the
for a
first
moment,
pie. And he just kind of keeps talking about pies as you guys are walking. The story like drones out because like nobody can stay on it long enough, you know? Like nobody's attention span is long enough.
And then the 97th pie came, and that one was, I think they call it
Perhaps
boysenberry.
tent would be the place to go.
I am very tired suddenly.
there's eel on a stick over there. I really like the fish soup.
Get your eel. Get your eel on a stick.
We can get you an eel and see if you like it.
Does he have a long line like fish soup guy did?
Yeah, it's fairly long.
Okay.
A lot of the carts have long lines. Why are you heading over there?
Yeah.
All right, V heads over to the eel stand. What does everybody else do?
Car wants to go watch the pie eating contest.
Okay.
He'll ask Phil if he wants to go watch the pie eating contest.
Yes, let us go eat pies.
I will watch you eat pie. And he goes.
I'll go with V.
Okay. Dare, they split up into pairs. Or sorry, Maximilian, they split up into pairs without discussing it with you. What would you like to do?
Max just watches the pairs walking away in opposite directions and just like turns his head back and forth between them and says, "Really? Again?" And then he'll hobble off after Dari and V.
Okay. As all of you are reaching the eel cart, you see the guy who's serving the eel stop the guy who's at the head of the cart, and he goes, "Hey, I said this was going to be 6. So this is going to be 6 Dakotas. That's 4 Dakotas. You know what that means?" I don't know. I don't know what it means. "No stick for you." And he pushes the eel off the stick and just lets it flop on the counter in front of the guy, just to pick it up with his hands and walk away with it. All right, next up. Eel on a stick.
Max, would you like an eel?
While they're watching this happen, Max will take out the Dragonstone and surreptitiously look at the cart and the guy and the eel through it.
There does seem to be some kind of magical effect happening once the eel is cleaned and then doused in the marinade. So when you eat this eel, it's going to do something magical to you. It's looking kind of chaotic, though. Like you can't even, it's hard to pinpoint exactly what the source is.
Max will look around at the people who've been eating the eel. Can he notice any particular effects?
You notice that like a lot of the people that are finishing eating are like laughing and giggling with each other, and they seem to have like strange physical effects going on, like blue hair or big ears or, you know, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, psychedelic eels.
Max says, "Well, V, this seems like it might be right up your alley."
Do you have any Dakotas I could borrow?
I will get you.
Dark.
I will get you an eel, V. All right.
How many eels are you ordering, Dari?
I will order 2.
Okay, 2 eels on a stick.
I'll give one to Max if he wants it.
Max will look a little skeptical, but he'll take it from you.
Okay. All right, I need V and Max, since you're eating the eel on a stick, to roll D100s for me.
Lovely.
$33.
V, as you finish eating your eel, you realize that you are approximately 1 inch taller than you were before.
Whoa, you guys got shorter.
No, you got taller. We saw you very slowly go while you were eating that.
Are you sure? I'll look down at my pant leg and see it's like much farther up my leg than it should be. About an inch farther up than it should be. Oh. I guess I did.
I wonder how long that
That's
lasts.
weird.
Max will say, "Well, fortunately, you know how to find the tailor now."
So, Max, what did you roll?
92.
92. All right. What's that? Max.
Mm-hmm.
For the next 24 hours, you are under the effects of a Strength 1 super elasticity power.
Excellent.
Nice. You became Luffy for the next 24 hours.
And it does not matter if you rest or not. It holds for 24 hours from this point.
Hilarious.
Until this time tomorrow,
Max,
you are super elastic.
All right, you're looking a little floppy.
This is most peculiar.
As long as nothing hurts, I think you're fine. It's just different.
Yes, I'm not quite sure how to feel about this.
Can I grab one of Max's arms and kind of like wave it to see if it like bends in weird places?
Yeah. You can also just like pull on it and walk away with it.
Whoa, that is awesome, Max.
When you release it, it snaps back and it hits Max in the face.
Oh, yes, I suppose that's one word for it. He'll sort of try to like shake out his arm and it'll like stretch out awkwardly as he does so, and then he'll like grab it with the other arm and try to like hold it till it reforms normally.
We could use you as like a ballista if we needed to shoot somebody really far away.
Yes.
You could just hold your arm out and then I could just pull it back and launch.
Let's try to avoid that particular necessity as much as possible.
As you're trying to get control of that arm again, it like flops back awkwardly, and you feel it like heavily smack somebody else in the crowd, and you hear, "Hey!" And you see this like large, broad-shouldered, red-coated man with an eye patch and a big red hat turn and like look at you. "How you doing bumping into me?" And he's like glaring like directly down at you. You would notice that he's only glaring with one eye because he has an eye patch.
Max will lean more heavily on his cane and turn slowly towards the man and say, "Oh, terribly sorry. It's this bum leg, you know. It just gives out on me sometimes."
I bet. Don't be dusting up my coat again, fool. Come on, boys. You see 4 or 5 other burly men with red hats kind of like follow past him. And Dare, as they're moving away, you would actually recognize them from the bar. They're the group that were talking about how they got boosted out of the shard because some meddlesome detective like screwed their gang. They were not very nice. Phil turns to you with this sudden like kind of like light bulb moment face. Perhaps under that eye patch is a blind eye.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I do not want to be the one who cuts it out of his head. Too brutal.
I'll do it.
I kind of figured he would do it.
I'll pull out my
Well,
silver brain spoon.
I am a surgeon.
He's gonna scoop it out.
The only humane way.
This campaign has the freakiest good guys of any campaign I've ever run.
I think we could probably make an offer to him.
Perhaps he would trade his eye for one of my stories.
I was thinking a glass eye, but sure, we could ask about your story. Thinking in operation to help me practice, for one, to get him with a new eye that he doesn't need.
Wait a minute. I was supposed to be eating pie. He runs off. He runs into the bar where you've been holding the seat for him in the pie eating contest, and Phil is going to start slamming pies.
Phil, they've already begun. Hurry, eat faster.
Let me tell you the story of the tortoise and the hare.
Just shoves a pie into Phil's mouth.
Does everyone stop to watch to see if Phil can win the pie eating contest?
Sure,
Yeah, sure.
why not?
All right. I want all of you to roll brawn endurance for me against a shared target number of 30. And this will determine whether or not Phil wins the pie eating contest.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, 22
I-
left.
Rolled a 20.
I got a
All right.
7.
Well, that's good, because I'm probably getting it too.
I have 2d12s on this one. This is one of my best checks.
If you get the crit, his prize pool goes up.
Hey, I got a 7 on 2d4.
That's 14, 34, and then what was the first one? There were 2 7s, a 20, and what?
An 8?
I hit an
An
8.
8. Okay. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, congrats to James. When he gets back, he's going to find out that he won the pie eating contest.
By a lot.
Yeah, he earned himself more money. Earned himself 12 Dakotas instead of 6, huh? He stumbles out of the pie eating contest, leaning heavily on car 10. Oh, I must admit, I need to sleep. Or shit, one of the two.
Max will
I
say,
would make sure you shit before you sleep, otherwise you might do the two at the same time.
I do not shit.
Max will say, what a glorious victory. Surely you will be speaking of the story of this day for ages to come.
I fear we will listen to this story again, even though we just watched it.
And it will be even
Probably.
better in the retelling.
It is hard to tell a story with so much boysenberry in my belly.
Well, perhaps tomorrow.
In the meantime, there's apparently the best sleep you'll ever get in your life over there.
Yes, in
I'll
that
point to it.
tent.
Well, who wants to try out the resting?
I'll try out the resting tent.
Well, normally I would love to, but if it is night, I find myself unable to sleep.
Phil's gonna try it too.
I mean, Carr was able to eat some soup, and he's not normally able to do that.
I will go with you to try this resting tent,
Yeah, I feel
because I need a nap.
you definitely need a nap after that.
I wouldn't mind trying to go too, but I don't have any money. I need
I know,
an allowance.
I've been just, like, essentially giving Dare all of my money this campaign.
Let
I
us
will
go
cover the
inside.
cost for everyone who wants it. It's fine.
Thank you, Doctor. Car's going to see if he can sleep.
Sure. Max, are you gonna head in too?
Sure.
As all of you like walk in, as you're like finishing that conversation, you hear a voice say, "Shh," and you see a bunch of plush, like Japanese style, like ground beds, like all over this big round tent with different people sleeping in them. There's a bunch of empty ones too, and there's kind of like a plush, like made of pillows, like counter at the center where a woman is standing. Would all of you like to rest?
Well, I just had a thought actually. Someone was after you, Carr, so perhaps we take 2 shifts. Leave a couple people watching.
None are allowed to disturb the sleep in this tent.
We'll wait outside.
All right, then. Whoever would like to rest, 1 Dakota each.
Car drops a Dakota that he got from the doctor before he left.
Sure. Car, you go
Same.
take a bed. V,
Yeah,
you go
no,
take a bed. Phil's gonna go take a bed too.
Max will stay with the doctor, so he's not waiting alone.
All right. The 2 of you stand outside, keeping watch. About 20 minutes pass before your 3 allies exit. Each of them having had the best sleep or power down, I guess, of their lives, and fully rested, at full health, and with all their points and abilities and features and everything returned to them. You did not roll on your rest table in the tent, V. You just got a long rest.
I assumed as much.
That was, in fact, the best charging I've ever had.
Man, it normally takes me like 5 or 6 times to try to sleep to get that.
They took out 5 of the beds and they added some of those Tesla charging ports for the bots. It's really stepping up around here.
It was a fast charger.
Well, I have
I'll
to ask
go
them
out.
about their secrets so we can get that kind of sleep at home.
Yeah, you should ask if you can buy some of their mattresses.
I have a feeling it's not just the mattress.
I mean, you never know until you try.
Well, you've seen your 3 friends come out of the resting tent extremely well rested. What would the 2 of you like to do?
Well, between you and me, I still feel quite rested from my last
It's
rest.
fair.
I was gonna say, I got nothing back from it. I just wanted to do it.
Maximilian? I think he might have had something interrupt him because I saw his mic go mute.
Yes, I do believe I've got a few hours left in me before I need a nap.
All right.
Well, we've got a few days to try it out.
You do. You got the rest of the day and 3 more days after that. And as all of you leave the resting tent, and head back out into the streets of the fair. More doves zoom overhead as you slowly make your way from north to south, exploring the street fair and what it has left to offer this day. And I think that's where we should take our break. As all of you progress together back into the fair, you're going to make another set of wits or wisdom and study tests. This time, feel free to tell me, like, hey, I'm looking out specifically for this or that, if you are. Dude, I can't hear him. Check your input and see if it got switched on accident. That's usually when I have issues, it's almost always input. Oh, that time it lit up, but I still didn't hear him.
Can't hear anything.
But the mic lit up like it was receiving a mic that time. Gotta love technology. No flying cars, but we got this bullshit. All I wanted was flying cars.
Even trade.
Who just rolled? Was it Jesse that just rolled?
Yes, I got a 13.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we sure
Yeah.
can.
There we go.
Did it. He did it. All right, so
All
go roll wits or wisdom and study, and feel free to let me know if you're looking for something specific.
Max is looking for a way to obtain Aether Dust. Ideally, someone actually selling it.
Okay, got it.
I got a 6.
Nothing specific with a 7.
Okay. Highest target number for this was 20.
Can barely get half that.
Yeah, what am I rolling?
It's okay. You don't need to see things because you can punch them once they reach you.
Exactly.
Wisdom or wits and study. Phil rolled as well. He got an 11.
I got a 7.
As you see everyone else distracted looking around the chaos of like the festival and all the interesting things, you turn and you look down an alley and you see a hooded figure look at you and go,
I'll head down the alley.
okay. Everyone else that's looking around, let's see. Let's recap numbers again. Max got a 13.
That's correct.
Okay. Max, you see off to the side, there is what looks like another tent that's been set up. And it's got kind of like Madame Curie vibes. Like it's got a lot of like orbs hanging off tresses and like gold like filigree on the tent, and it's pulled open, and inside there's a woman, and she's softly shifting her bony hands over an orb as a dove lands on top of her tent, and then a young woman steps out sobbing as her friend consoles her, and they like walk away from the stand.
Max will inspect it via Dragon Shard.
Definitely magic going on. She's some kind of soothsayer. Car, what did you get?
I got a 7.
Okay. Car, you would notice your eyes pretty much stay fixed because of your design on that group of red hats, and you see them shoving through some other people as they exit this area and head down like a side street.
All right, I'll grapple up to the top of a building and start to try and stealthily follow them along the tops of the buildings.
Awesome. Daria, what did you get?
Also a 7.
7. You notice him follow them off, and you see just off to the side of them one of the last people they're interacting with. It looks like to you, and you see this as well, Max, as you're scanning the area. It looks like to you quickly passed something between their hand and the guy with the eye patch, the leader's hand. It was like a very quick, might have been a drug deal or a note pass. And then the guy just goes back to sitting by the alley. He looks like a homeless guy, basically. As all of you get caught up seeing these details and Carton getting kind of like locked in on what he perceives as the next mission and grappling away from all of you, V, you walk down this alley and you see the figure backing up, waving to you. And as that's happening, I need you to make an agility defend test for me. This one is difficult.
Agility defend?
Yep.
So I roll twice and take the lower?
Yep.
8.
I want you to describe to us how V looks and how he reacts as he feels almost like the prick of a needle in his neck, and then the whole world starts growing dark as he falls to his knees and begins falling unconscious.
Is this some kind of poison?
It is not.
Okay. And I'm assuming my invulnerability would not help me with this?
Nope, you're falling unconscious.
Okay. Just had to ask.
Yeah, that's fair.
V would probably just try to turn around and grab whoever was behind him that pricked him with a needle.
You whirl around as the world gets blurry, and you reach out, and you realize you're reaching out at air, and just briefly before you unconscious, you hear a voice say,
Knew you wouldn't last long without me.
Then, hazily, you awaken again. You awaken to boisterous noise. All around you, the clinking of glasses and drinks and cheers. As you wake up in a pit. Off to the side, you hear somebody saying, I'm telling you, I fetched him and he's perfect. I'm telling you, he's got 4 arms under that coat. All right? He's perfect. Now place your bets, place your bets. As you rise, you realize most of your coat's been torn away, and so has like the top half of your clothes. And you're also now barefoot. It looks like they strip you of like everything but your pants. Across from you, you see another figure standing with a corner man. He's similarly garbed as he spits to the side, and then he looks across and he smiles at you, a glint from his silver teeth where he's had teeth like knocked out repeatedly, and he smiles. The man behind the lines of the ring, like reaching over and like rubbing his shoulders, and you notice that you can see the veins in his arms, and it's almost like they're pulsing unnaturally. All right, all you, it's time to get this started. Another match, a fight to the death. Place your bets on the freak bets. We pan from the ring up to the surface of the street that you're below. Dare, you look around with Max. Max, you're also still standing where you guys were originally, just as he disappears up top, and both of you realize that V is also gone.
And you get tracking devices for us. Get us chipped.
Max?
Max would say. Oh, yes, go ahead.
Max, have you seen V or Carl?
We saw a car jump away, right?
Yeah, you guys kind of know what Carr was doing. You both saw V head in the direction of the alley, but past that, you don't really know what happened.
That's why you take your eyes off them for 1 second, and they are anywhere else.
It's like taking kids to Disneyland.
Have you ever considered a leash?
You know, if I used a leash, I'm pretty sure I would just be dragged around. V is quite strong.
Yes, I suppose so. Perhaps,
I wouldn't lose him in that
skis
case.
or... Perhaps skis or some sort of chariot, perhaps. You could ride behind them.
I'll look into it. Just keep your eyes out for them. Hopefully they're not in too much trouble.
Yes, I'm concerned about Carr. He was already accosted once today and is jumping off on his own again. V can take care of himself. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Car's not bad either. But, yes, has been in the fight already.
Only I had some sort of way of keeping track of them magically. Perhaps next time we're at the Magisterium, I can do some further research.
That would be quite helpful. Yes, I'll help you look into that.
I've heard of people claiming to magically locate lost dogs and wedding rings and such. I've never put much stock in it, but I suppose there could be something to that somewhere.
Oh, yes, I mean, V could be something like a lost dog, and Carl is an animated lost wedding ring, perhaps. Just think of them like that.
Exactly. You know, you are really starting to get ahead for this magic stuff, Doctor.
Well, to be quite honest, I don't really understand it, but I'm just throwing things out there and they seem to be accepted.
It's all in the frame of mind. It's the way you look at it, you see? It's just a slightly different way of looking at the world.
Yes, quite different. I don't like it.
Yes, well, I'm finding more and more that I don't either.
Well, I suppose we should try, well, we at least saw a direction for them. Try and find one of them, if not both.
Yeah, I'm not terribly
Yes.
far away, right, Matt?
You're as far away as you want to be right now.
Well, yeah, he just wanted to try and see which direction the Red Hats were going because I knew we wanted one of their eyes.
They're heading down that alley, like eastwards. You could definitely tail them from the roof, and they could probably follow them from the alley as long as they're quiet.
Okay, can I dart over to the edge where, they would be able to visibly see me, and I will light my eyes up so that they can see me up on the top of the building? If possible. Try to signal them somehow.
Yeah, the two of you see like a Morse code flash from his eyes.
Now that's quite useful. Did you teach him that?
I didn't. Must be something left over.
Well, you might consider it for V. Could come in
Let's
handy.
see if I can make V's eyes flash as well, yes.
Carr just kind of points down to the alleyway and then points at his head. And then he starts to move away to try and make sure that he doesn't lose them.
As he does that, and the two of you level your gaze on the entry to that alley, you would see the homeless man leaning off a conversation with another person as he smoothly passes them something hand to hand, and then he goes back to his seated position.
You think Carr is trying to tell us that he wants us to head down that alley?
Oh, yes, that makes sense. He was pointing at his head. Head down? Yes. That man on the corner also seems like he might be selling something that we are after.
Yes.
Dead on the way.
Does the homeless man seem magical in any way?
When you shine the dragon shard over him, he definitely is carrying faintly glowing objects.
I assume Aethergarde
Yes.
would show up as magical?
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
They say the high is magical too. Only one way to find out.
We'll
Buy a
get
little
some
extra for
stuff.
yourself.
He did
What
get
about
through
V?
my
Will he?
medical test in some way.
What about V? Will he know how to find us if we're not here when he comes back?
I'm pretty sure V can find home from just about anywhere.
Smash
in the
cut
city.
to V. Smash cut to V in the fight ring, just punching the shit out of this guy, getting punched back by him. Goes back to you guys.
You're right.
Well, unless he finds something truly terrible, wherever he is, I think he'll be fine.
You're right, Doctor. I'm sure he can take care of himself.
Let's just try not to lose both of them. Start going towards
Agreed.
where Kara's pointing.
Okay. You guys head to the edge of the alley. The homeless man cranes his head and smirks at you as you're walking past him.
As they approach the alley, Max is going to take off his cloak and replace it with one from his pack that's a bit rougher, and he's going to switch his hat out for one that's a bit beat up, and is just going to try to generally take his look down a couple levels and look more like a commoner.
Okay.
And then he's going. Oh, go ahead.
No, you keep going.
And then he's going to once they get a little ways away from the alley, he's going to motion for the doctor to stay back, and then he's going to hobble up to the homeless man.
Okay.
What are you buying?
Max is going to look around. He's going to make kind of a show of looking around a little warily, and then say, I heard that you might know where I could get some dust.
He leans a little closer. He's clearly studying you very closely.
Seem a bit clean to be looking for white powder to me. What are you, some kind of cop?
Max is going to say, well, it's not for me personally, you see. I'm just the gopher, if you will.
I see.
Certain
I'll
people,
tell you what.
certain people can't be seen on street corners doing deals like this.
Talking to us little folk down here on the streets, I see. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm all out at the moment. Head down to the end of the alley. My guy'll hook you up.
Your guy? And Max will feign looking nervously down into the alley.
Yeah, the guy I get it from, he's got the pure stuff. You'll enjoy it. Just head down to the end of the alley.
Oh, all right, if you say so. And Max will make a show of looking around nervously again and look back over his shoulder at the doctor and just sort of jerk his head in the direction of the alley and then start heading down it.
The two of you head down the alley. And as you're stealthing above, why don't I get all three of you to make agility coordination tests to try to just kind of stay unnoticed by the red hats who are ahead. The target number for this test is going to be 10.
Max is going to camouflage himself.
12.
Uh, 16.
What'd you get, Max? Max, what'd you get? I think you're muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
Oh, that was good. That was good. Well, you all passed.
I book knowledge it so I can roll a d12.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right. As the rest of you are rounding the corner, you slow down. You can hear that they're on the other side of this wall, talking to each other. And car 10, from where you're hidden above, you can actually see them and signal to them. And the main group has stopped, and this guy, kind of like the lead of the lackeys, is like leaning on a big bludgeoning stick, and he'll say, Bolivar, I don't know, man. We don't want to get high profile and then get knocked off our pedestal again. Heck, what if that detective finds us again? And the leader turns with the eye patch face, and he looks at him and he glares and he says, we better out there. We've been studying these streets and they're ripe for the picking. So we'll take it. Everyone else that was running them, they got murdered in those killings. Those ones a little while back that they said those wild animals did. Looks like the streets are ours now that they took care of them wolves or whatever they were. And what do all of you want to do? Because currently you have a chance at surprise. These guys are fairly tough looking, and they're all armed. Most of them with melee weapons, but you've definitely seen some like gunpowder weapons too, especially on this leader. He has like a big blunderbuss leaned up against this wall.
Max, do you see any powder in it?
Do I see any signs of magic or other obvious signs that they have powder and dust? Whatever.
When you move up to this corner and you look through like the little window here, you lean up and like with that stealth check that you rolled, you kind of try to shine it through. You're not really noticing anything that is direct evidence of that, but you did see them buy some stuff off him earlier. So the vibe you're getting now is that now that you've reached this point, is that the homeless guy suspected that you were somebody who was not like somebody who would normally buy from him. And so you're feeling like maybe he sent you down this alley to try to like walk you into them so they would deal with you if you were a problem of his.
That's more or less what I was suspecting.
This is also
Max
the eye patch, right?
Yeah, the guy that's like at the lead of the group, Bolivar, he's the guy with the eye patch. So he's the guy with the blind eye.
How many of them are there?
There's 6 total that you saw wandering down, yeah. Don't forget you have Phil with you too.
Oh, everything's fine then.
He's probably
It'd be nice
Phil can handle himself.
Be-
He's still looking like a bit of a lush, but you've seen that he can handle himself.
And he got a full
I'll tell you
night's
what. As you guys all crouch and look to each other trying to decide what to do, we're going to pan below the ground to give you guys a moment to consider how you would like to deal with that. To the ring. As we see you grappled and tossed back towards the ropes, and then he squares up. All right, let's make this quick. What would you like to do?
I will pop. I will cast a power.
What power would you like to activate?
Super strength.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it at 2, and with my free increase, that'll put me 2 above. So I'll increase my brawn by an additional 1 up to 6.
All right.
And then that takes my deed, so I guess I'll kind of square up with him.
Sure. He squares up with you, and you can see the pulsing running through his veins as his arms and his muscles start to like twitch almost unnaturally.
Yeah, so back to my turn then. Assuming that was him probably doing the exact same thing I just did.
No. He's gonna rush in at you.
Okay.
He's gonna attack you. Let's go ahead and roll a brawn defend for me. He's actually gonna try to grapple you.
Alright. Okay. His are difficult and mine are easy for grapples, unless he has.
And he has that same effect on you. So
Alright, so we're
grapples
just
are
both
even in
rolling
this
straight.
contest. Yeah.
That is a. Grapples are now just an attack roll, right?
Yep.
Okay. Good. I rolled it right then. 17 plus 4, 21.
21. You reach out with both of your arms, like your overarms, and you grab his arms, and he's wrestling with you, and then you grab him with the lower arms too, and you bring him up, and you boom, you suplex him over your back. It like flips him around this way, and then as he whirls around, he drives up with a hand, and he's just going to make an attack on you. So Braun, defend, please.
16.
16. He strikes you across the chest. When he does that, he knocks you back against these ropes, and he deals 6 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
0 points of bludgeoning damage, because my brawn is now 6, and he's got to beat it to hurt me.
He rises to his feet, and he flexes. I'm just getting started. It's your turn.
Yeah, I'll run back up to him, and I will attempt to grapple him. Attempt to pick him up. Oh, God.
Got a 21.
Well, you didn't crit against me. I got a 12, at least.
Okay.
So there's that, I guess.
He catches your arm. However, he has an ability that makes it so when he wins a grapple contest, he automatically grapples the opponent. So he flips you around, and then he wraps you up like this. Nice try, but I've been doing this since before you were born.
Can I use my offhand to just, like, elbow him in the face?
Him? Yeah. You can. It is difficult.
Well, my low roll was 13.
Right. He blocks that away. And then he is going to spend his deed to lift and strike. And he's going to bring you up and flip you around and slam you down on the ground. That deals 6 points of bludgeoning damage, which you shrug off. And then after he releases you, you're going to see him, guess I just got to get stronger. And he grows again, pulsing as more of his muscles start to basically start to pulse on their own. And his biceps and his chest grow even larger. He gains more strength. And then we're going to cut back to... All right, guys. You're in the shadows. How would you like to proceed? Josh is like, what the fuck, dude? You made a guy that's good at what I'm doing.
Yeah,
He's good at what I'm good at.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Car's gonna do what?
I'm preparing a surprise attack. I'm waiting to see if the Doctor and Max actually attack them. But if anything goes down, he will attack the leader guy with a surprise attack, hopefully.
Phil's gonna sneak back around the corner and look at the two of you and say, perhaps I can step out and distract them. Pretend to be a lost old man, and then all of you can strike at once.
Do we want to fight them? I thought we were just after powder.
Oh, would you like me to try to buy it from them?
Do you have money?
I have a little. I don't know if I have enough for that man's eye, though. I wonder what the story behind that eye patch is. We should ask him.
Yes, we should ask him. I think we should see if we can just procure what we are after first, rather than fight.
Ha! I will follow your lead. I'll step to the side.
Especially since I do not fight.
Do we have anything there after? Anything that would interest them other than money, if that's not enough, or if we don't have sufficient funds on our person?
That I don't know. There are red hats, yes. What would red hats want? We could offer a trade. I do have other illicit materials that they could put to their own use.
Matt, do we know anything about what they're after, other than that they're kind of filling the power vacuum left by the wolves?
It's probably like the main thing they're after is like territory and influence, right? But they're clearly also after like illicit drugs and things, so it's entirely possible you might be able to trade them some like medical stuff that would be hard for them to get for some of this.
Well, I
Go
suppose it's worth.
I could make an offer.
Make wits or wisdom and knowledge tests for me. See how much you guys know about why the Red Hats are moving from the Shard into Bethel Hill.
Five.
Durasane, you have heard from people at the clinic that rumor has it that a private detective and some people he was working with may have actually like flipped the Red Hats into a trick against another large gang, and that basically decimated their numbers and pushed them out of the Shard. So another thing they might be looking for is like vengeance against that person. Were you to like, I don't know, figure out like their address or something, that might be useful information to these people. If you want to like sell out your other character, that's probably useful trade information as well.
Well, I suppose trying to bargain with them couldn't hurt. Car, why don't you stay out of sight just in case things go south?
Yeah, I'm still up on the roof.
Phil, do whatever comes naturally.
I will tell them a very good story.
Perhaps you hang back in case there's a fight.
I
Keep
will
some
stick to the
surprises on our
shadows.
side. Yes.
He'll duck into the shadows over here. All right, how do the two of you want to approach?
Could the illusory imaging spell be used to alter someone's appearance?
I think so.
Okay. Max would say, now, before we go in, it might be worth considering we don't appear to be normal purveyors of aether dust.
Well, no, not aether dust. I use something different.
Well, if you have a plan, I'm all for it.
No, not really. Just try and speak to them.
This is gonna go great. All right, who's leading the way?
Or did you want to speak with them?
Max will say, all right, how about this? I go in, pretending to be a servant, a messenger of someone wealthy who doesn't wish to do the dirty work himself, and if things don't go well, you burst in looking for me as my employer.
That works for me.
Excellent. Now let me just and Max will pull out some pull out a pouch of what appears to be some sort of dirt and just start like rubbing it into some of his clothing and try to make himself appear a little bit dirtier.
Yeah,
I really thought I had it
dirtying
the first
yourself
time. He's also going to put in a set of false teeth.
You might want to get some
Awesome.
of this dirt. I'll just scoop up some alley dirt and rub it on his face.
Max will say, "From the ground," and try to like bat you away.
It is more convincing this way.
Yes, I suppose. He'll make sure his hat looks properly beat up again, and then put it on his head a little askew, and lean over his cane and hobble up to the door.
Yeah, you step through the arch into the kind of broken, rundown chamber, and this guy immediately steps forward. Who are you? What are you doing in our hideout?
Max.
He's like,
Max will hold up a hand defensively and lean on his cane with the other and say, oh, I mean no, I mean no disrespect. I'm just here on sorry. I'm just here on an errand. The man at the entrance to the alley said that you might have what I'm looking for.
What you looking for?
Well, it's I believe it's referred to as dust.
Some of the others start to laugh behind him. Bolivar holds up a hand and they all go quiet.
You came into our hideout looking to buy some aether dust from us, huh, stranger?
Well, it was not my intention to disturb you. I was speaking to the gentleman at the entrance to the alley, you see, and he directed me down here. Am I in the wrong establishment?
I don't know if you've ever been told this before, but you talk too much.
My apologies.
Now, I'm assuming if you came here to buy some drugs from us, you brought some coin with you. So show us your coin.
Oh, yes, of course. Would Max have some idea of what aether dust would cost?
Yeah, it's probably going to cost like a grip of Dakotes, so you would have come here with a fair amount of coin this time.
Okay. Yeah, he'll take out a small pouch of coin with approximately the right amount.
Sure.
And he'll open it and prefer it.
They all start to laugh again.
So now you done and showed us you got the coin. And I guess what I'm wondering is, why don't we just kill you and take it from you and keep our product too?
Oh, well, that's... I mean, how are you supposed to get repeat customers running a business like that?
He'll smile.
Well, that's just the thing. This isn't our business.
Whoever beats in this melon's head gets a trophy from me. This guy starts to step forward towards you.
Max, as soon as he can tell it's going poorly, Max is going to tuck the pouch of coins into one of the pockets of his vest. And then I'm going to cast... Actually...
Can I activate a power?
Yeah. Is there anything that could be easily hidden behind?
Like you could hide behind?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
There's like some bookcases over here that are broken down and some refuse. You can also tell there's a little corner back here.
Okay. Max is going to try to duck into cover and cast Duplicate Self.
Okay. You duck back into here, and then you cast Duplicate Self.
And then he's going to leave the duplicate. He's going to have the duplicate move slower behind him and move ahead further into cover so that he can't be seen easily, but the duplicate can, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure. The duplicate gets stuck here, like fumbling around as you duck deeper into cover. And I think that means that the first initiative has been taken. But Carr, you had readied an attack, so I'm going to let you shoot somebody.
Yeah, the guy with the blunderbuss, Carr's been tracking him, and I will fire my magical bow at that guy.
Okay.
That's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that's a crit on Bolivar.
And that's double because I have the assassin trait. So that's doing 3 damage, doubled to 6 damage, and then for the crit.
Doubled again.
Yep.
To 12 damage.
12 damage.
There's an assassin in the shadows, boys! He runs over and he grabs it. He's looking pretty messed up from that.
He took 12 damage. I'm going to disappear into the shadows again. I have the trait that allows me to hide again.
Yeah, it doesn't automatically let you hide though. You get to roll. So go ahead and roll an agility coordination for me. Okay. Then this guy is going to run up to here. And he's going to swing at this illusion. Do you make like normal attack rolls on these illusions? I believe you do.
I think so. I was just double checking that.
Which means you would do a brawn or agility and defend.
Yeah. Yeah, same stats and as you. Health, wound, threshold 1. Okay.
And I got a 25 to disappear.
Okay. He's swinging the big bludgeoning stick straight at your illusion. Go ahead and roll your defend for me.
Okay.
Is this like one of the buffed illusions that has health or no?
No. He just made it as a distraction. Six.
Yeah. He slams straight through that. He bursts the illusion and he breaks one of the bookshelves and then he looks around in confusion. I don't know where he went, boss. You idiot. You let him get away. Sorry, what were you trying to say?
I was going to say, Max is going to have the illusion like flailing its arms and like looking like it's trying to get away as it's being struck down.
Yeah, it's like on the ground flailing. Okay. That was his turn. Max is gone. Mr. Sneaky has gone. Alright. Daria, would you like to go or would you like Phil to go?
Phil can go.
And, Phil is going to leap out and run to here. He's moving quite a bit faster than you usually see him move. And then he is going to raise the walking stick almost like it's a sword. And he's going to strike out at that guy. And he's going to deal 3 points of bludgeoning damage to him. Get his attention turned on him. So hopefully Max can find a way out of that little area he's trapped in. Go to here. And then it is their turn. This guy up top is going to aim his crossbow down at Phil, but he misses. It just strikes the ground, skittering off the stone. And then this guy is going to run across and just basically he spins his deeds also hitting the illusion on the ground. He won't die! This is the Max illusion's like flailing about. Daria, you're up.
Okay. How far is abandoning?
Like 3 inches.
I'll just be slowly walking in towards the the guy who looks to be
Okay.
the most in charge. Just slowly pacing towards him. Well,
He's whirling around with the blunderbuss.
as you can all see, he was not alone. You have made a poor decision. I'm sure you've heard of these animal attacks. If you value your lives, you will leave your dust and get out of here. And I'll bare my teeth, making it look like I'm the animal that's been attacking. So I'm trying to intimidate
Roll
him.
roll a charisma or resolve and persuasion test for me.
I'm going to book knowledge.
Much from that time you read about how to act like an intimidating animal.
Yeah.
He read a book about how vampires make themselves look scary.
Puff up
Exactly.
and-
His eyes grow sunken and the shadows grow around him almost unnaturally as he hisses.
I got an 11.
I'll fucking kill you! These two guys that haven't gone yet, they both scramble back to here and start climbing over the walls. Like they're not gonna fight you. But Bolivar's gonna stay and try to fight you. And he's gonna try to shoot you with the blunderbuss.
Yeah, he is.
Good. Go ahead and make an agility defend for me.
I am going to spend my haunted thing. I forget what it's called, but I can stun something once when it attacks me per long rest.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna stun him as he tries to shoot me.
The haunting presence extends from your body, and you see all around him the eyes that watch you turn from the shadows, and he starts to shake with fear.
I did warn you.
We cut below ground into the freak pits. All four of your arms flexing as he dances across from you, having grown even larger, pulsating. Is it blood magic? What would you like to do?
You said last time he'd like throw me on the ground in front of him. I'm gonna get up to like my knees. I'm gonna activate Hemomantic Strike and attempt to deliver a nice uppercut to his testicles from
All right.
this position.
All right. Little did you know he's wearing an iron codpiece.
I mean, that's fine. 23.
Yeah, it's a crit.
Fuck yes. The Hemomantic Strike that I'm activating is weakness, or exhaustion, I mean. So he's going to have exhaustion now. It just says gives them your choice of the exhausted or slowed condition. There probably needs to be some wording on how long that lasts.
Yeah, it probably does. Leave a note on it.
Okay, I'll find it after the turn.
Yeah.
I deal 3 points.
Depends on which testy you hit.
Right, I deal 3 points at baseline, so double it would be
6. Yeah.
So he's exhausted.
Yeah. All right. You gonna make an offhand attack on him?
No, because activating the Hemomantic Strike uses my task. And I think the offhand is also a task, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll
He
just
wheels around. He almost like shotgun backs up his arm like he's loading a weapon, but it's just his arm, and the whole thing bulges as he just straight tries to punch you. This is going to be difficult for him. Ron, defend from you. Don't forget about momentum, everybody.
Ooh. 16.
Oh, he did hit you. His low roll was a 17. He strikes you. It again knocks you back onto the rope, and as that happens, you take. Sorry, that was the loaded. So you're going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage from that.
Okay, and then I take half of that to get to 4, and I reduce another 3 via my armor. So 1.
Yes. And then he rushes in, and he's going to use his off the ropes ability to rush in, catch you, and just he slams you off the rope, making another attack on you into the ground. I need you to make another brawn defend for me as he tries to DDT you into the dirt.
15.
Diamond Dallas Page style, 15. He slams you head first into the mat and then rolls off as you kind of like roll to the side, getting up to his feet. That was another 8 points of bludgeoning damage. So another wound.
Yep, another wound.
And then he rises to his feet, and as he sees you rising, he'll smile and he'll spit on the ground. Been a while since I've had a challenge. And his body starts to grow even more. And then we're going to cut back up top. Top of the order.
Make this guy OD on his blood magic.
If I could take another surprise attack, I'm going to launch myself out towards these guys and swing down. I'm going to throw my dagger as the surprise attack back at the same guy and hopefully hit
the
him
leader. Okay.
At the leader. And if that doesn't take him down, I'll continue to close the range and then use my offhand attack on him too.
All right, go and throw your dagger.
That's a 20.
20 hits him. How much damage?
That's 2 doubled for the surprise.
Yeah, he's still standing, but just barely.
All right, I'll continue to swing down and hit him with my off.
Dive into him. You land on his chest, your cloak flourishing as you go to drive the dagger into him to try to finish him off.
And that's a 17 on that one.
How do you want to do this?
He grabs a hold of him.
Oh my god, you got out.
We have the eye.
This guy turns and runs as well. Fuck that. This guy is going to turn, however, and he's going to strike Phil from behind. Phil gets knocked to his feet as he takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage. He's still up. And then he's going to rush past Phil. And he's going to make an attack on your back from behind. So I need an agility defend from you, or a brawn defend card.
That was a bad one. 7.
That is a crit. 6 points of bludgeoning damage to you, sir.
Right, I'm nearly downed, but it hurt.
When you slept in that tent.
Seriously, that would have killed me. He's just holding the head like, ow.
All right, that is his turn. Who would like to go? Max, Daria, or would you like Phil to go? Or we can cut back down to the freak pits of Joshua.
After one of them.
Max can go.
Max? All right, what do you want to do?
The illusory Max dissipates under the beating, and from behind his cover, he mutters, "Well, if it's a wild animal you're expecting, it's a wild animal you shall have." And he whips off his hat and tosses it a few feet in front of him towards the man that was beating on the illusion, and a white rabbit leaps out of the hat into the guy's face.
All right, and your Wolpertinger will attack. Do you want to roll for it?
Yeah, I was just looking up the...
I gave you stats for that thing, right?
Yeah. I believe this is good. 8.
8. An 8 hits.
Sweet.
Ah! Ah! He stumbles back as this rabbit is like biting and clawing at his face. Ah! Steps back to there. Anything else with your turn?
Let's see. Looks like they have things well in hand, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Yeah. Max is just gonna dip back into his hiding spot and watch things unfold.
This guy stumbles all the way back to here with his turn, and then he finally pulls the rabbit off, and he drops it, and as he drops it, he kicks it back into this area. Just like full-on punt kicks it, and then he's gonna start scrambling over this wall. Fuck this! I'm out of here, Stem! All of you, you failed Bolivar, now you're leaving me to die, you fuckers! Alright. Phil's gonna rush up behind him and make 2 attacks on him. Or sorry, he can only make 1. He makes 1 attack on him. That does some bludgeoning damage to striking him across the back, but he is not down yet. Would you like to go, Dari?
Yeah. Feeling as I'm feeling, I'm just gonna stalk forward and try and bite this guy.
Sure. You stalk forward. As you do, Phil and Carr would both notice that his eyes flash blood red. And it's almost like he doesn't even notice, but you can see trickles of blood running like tears from his eyes as he goes in to bite this guy. Oh, yeah.
How close does he look?
He's pretty close.
I'm gonna throw a powered strike on top of this as well, so it'll do 2 extra points of piercing on top of the one.
Okay.
The bite if I hit.
Yeah.
And I will book knowledge my attack on how to bite people.
Smart. Sometimes you just got to read about it in a book first.
Yeah.
Some freaky BDSM book, but you know, it is what it is. A book's a book, right, boys?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm terrible at attacking. Would you guys mind if I...
Use momentum, use momentum, use momentum.
Go for it.
I'll momentum. So I get to roll twice.
Yep, you do. Keep the higher.
A 7 or a 13.
13 hits. How would you like to do this?
Let's see. Dari probably going in, like just intending to knock this guy out. Doesn't even realize he's biting down, but you guys just see just a wild animal striking the neck. Like the scene in What We Do in the Shadows, when he punctures her neck and blood just starts spraying everywhere. He just lets blood spray everywhere and like tries to catch it from the spray and drinks him down.
He sinks dead into the cobblestone. And we cut back below.
I take 3 damage from that, by the way.
Oh yeah, you do. It's hard being a doctor.
Yes.
I'm gonna spend a momentum.
Okay, you're taking the initiative.
No, I mean I am taking the initiative because he just ended his turn. You can steal it if you would like to before I do this.
Oh, I did not realize we were in. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay.
No, you're good.
I'm good.
Okay. He's gonna spend a momentum and he's gonna rush in to strike you. He's gonna again charge his fist. It's grown even larger now as he moves in to strike you. Try to do even more damage here. Round defend.
15.
15. He hits. And he deals. It is now 10 points of bludgeoning damage with that strike. And it sends you back into the ropes. And then he's going to activate his off the ropes. And he's going to grapple you and twist you around and try to slam you down into the mat again. So one more brawn defend for me.
16.
Yeah, so he twists you around, but you manage to land on your feet, both your arms locked, blocking his striking arm. And how would you proceed?
Can I ask you a question? So, can I activate a hemomantic strike but then hold on to it. I have a different feature that I don't think I've ever actually used, but I can take a defensive stance, and if something it helps my defend, and if something attacks me, I can make a reaction attack against it.
No, that does not mechanically work.
Okay, I didn't think so, but it would have been nice.
It's an interesting idea though, and it's one I will ponder, but it does not mechanically work as is currently.
Okay, I figured, but you had to check. I'll just take a defensive stance, and end my turn.
Alright. We're gonna continue this battle below ground since you guys have kind of finished the combat up there. He's gonna go in and try to grapple you.
Okay. 14.
14. Yeah, that does fend off his grapple. He'll move back around to the center of the ring after that, and he'll just attempt to strike you.
Would I get to activate my reaction attack off of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll attack him back after I fend off of his grapple. 12. I'm rolling like mid.
He blocks that.
Low mid. This is not
fun. And then he's gonna punch you. So roll another brawn defend for me.
Okay. 5.
5?
Crit.
That is a crit. Which means he's going to deal. He didn't charge it, but the strength is up. 8 doubled to 16 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so I half that to 8, and then my armor is 5 now because of the defensive stance. So I take 3. Cool.
How are you looking?
I'm nearly down. If this fight goes on much longer and my superpower wears off, I will be down. I'm in the temporary hit points of my super strength now.
Does the super strength require focus?
I don't think that it did. Let me check. Oh, it does. I never noticed that
First
before.
You need to roll. So first you need to roll a brawn or resolve and endurance against 13 or 16. Sorry, which would be pretty difficult.
I have 2d12 and I rolled a 4 again. This has been great. Rolling so awesome.
So that means it wore off. You lost focus of it. You down?
That was the only thing keeping me in the fight was the extra hit points I had.
You sink to the ground in the middle of the ring, and as you look up at him, he smiles down at you. Better luck next time. He strikes you across the face. Blacked out momentarily. And then we fade in back with the rest of our group over here. What are all of you doing now that you have gotten control of this group of red hats, little makeshift hideout?
Can Carr search this guy that he just decapitated?
Sure.
I think Daria's not gotten out of his head situation yet. Is like poking his finger into the holes of this guy where he bit and like licking his fingers.
Okay.
Creepy.
Are you okay, friend? You feel Phil's hand on your shoulder squeezing lightly. It almost like snaps you out of a dreamlike state.
Looking down and realize what I've been doing.
You realize that like the whole front of your clothes are just like drenched in blood too.
I'm fine physically.
I think perhaps for now you have had enough of that man's blood.
Yes, I'm gonna go over there.
I have brains for V. Where's V?
We don't know where V is.
He turns and he looks back at Max.
Max is sitting with the rabbit in his lap, petting it and muttering to it and saying, "You poor thing, did that mean man kick you?" Beating at a carrot with his other hand.
As you search Bolivar, you find about 20 Dakotes and 8 Demarks on his person. Additionally, you find a key ring that has a couple just like basic brass keys on them. And you find several packets of aether dust, more than enough for your recipes. You guys can cross that off the list. Also, the devil's milk. You guys can cross that off the list. And you're the bland eye. You have everything.
Yeah, Carr will hand over the packets as well as the key ring to the doctor. And then the head, he just kind of fishes the eye out since V's not around to eat the brains and just pops that into his hand too.
Is there anything else you guys want to do in the hideout?
Is there anywhere in here that looks like we could use the keys?
Make a wits or wisdom and study test for me.
Is there a spare shirt?
There's some old clothes lying around. You could probably change.
Yeah, I will do that.
Ratty
So I'm
old
not
clothes,
in
but
bloody clothes walking around a fair.
sure. Probably not the weirdest thing that people have seen at this fair.
I get a 9.
A 9. You do find a small chest that you are able to slip one of the brass keys into. When you open it, you find a stash that has another large package of the aether dust, along with what looks like a couple like flintlock pistols and some ammunition, and another bag of coins. It looks like it's like another 30 Dakotes.
Max got a 13 to look around, and he's also trying to figure out if there's any signs of motive or activities here other than the drug dealing.
Sorry, what other activities?
He's looking for signs of motives or activities other than the drug
Okay,
dealing.
sure. You do find that he has a table laid out where he's drawn a map of the district, and it looks like they were going to use the sewer tunnels to kind of like move around through certain areas. Additionally, you would notice that there's a map of an area in the Shard where an address is circled, and that address is
I am spacing right now. Chris, please help me. What is the address of the detective agency?
221C Caker Street.
Jesse dying of laughter. 221C Caker Street is the address that they have circled. You don't find anything else in the room for that other key, though. Is there anything else you guys would like to do here?
I think that about covers it for Max.
Dari's not doing
I'll-
anything other than changing.
I'll give everybody 10 Dakotes. So, we split up their stash. Unless you don't want it, Doctor.
What? No, yeah. You keep it.
It's the first money Carr's ever had.
That he remembers.
As all of you exit the alleys and head back out into the fair proper, you return to where the party was once together before some people split up. And what would all of you like?
You're still down a member. You can see off to the side of the alley that he disappeared in.
As we go back down the alley and past the old man, Max would toss him a small coin and say, "For your troubles."
Thank you.
He doesn't seem emotionally attached to those guys. It's almost amusing to him that you made it out instead of them.
About how long has it been since we split up?
I don't know, it's been at least 20 minutes.
Okay.
I think we should look for V.
I agree.
That's probably a good idea. He's had plenty of time to get into trouble at this point.
Doctor, can you use these pistols? Or Max?
In theory, I know how pistols work.
I mean, I have high agility and everything. I could still shoot them, right? I just wouldn't get the bonus from having the gun.
Yeah. You would have the weapon craft bonus, the basic one.
Okay.
But you wouldn't have any of the crop bonuses you get for the bows and stuff. Or
Yeah, he still doesn't get the bonus for the bow. Thankfully, the bow just comes with a bonus to attack.
As all of you move in that direction, you hear a soft wheezing, and you see splayed out in the middle of the lonely alley by himself in the mud, in trash that's kind of built up because of the stormy weather, V, who's conscious but looks pretty heavily injured and confused.
V, are you alright? What happened?
I got jumped, and then they put me up against this guy who could infinitely increase his strength and kicked my ass somehow.
I really must teach you about telling stories.
I would hate to see the man who is able to best you in a fight.
Carr hands him a head, still wearing the red hat.
You should not carry that around, Carr.
I assume V would like a snack.
It's much easier if you take the brain out first. I'll take my butcher cleaver and I'll put the head on the ground and I'll crack open the skull.
Yeah, like a coconut?
Uh-huh.
Sure. Start eating some brains.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Phil will nod his head and say,
"On second thoughts, perhaps this is a story we will not tell."
Not to anyone else.
Are we somewhere that's visible to the passersby?
they would need to stop and peer down the dark alley. But yeah, technically somebody could walk up on you guys.
Okay, if Max notices anyone coming by, he'll use an illusion to make the head look like a watermelon.
Okay. Ah, that's much better.
I'll try to consume this guy's memories in case we want to know anything from his memories.
Sure. I think as you're consuming the brains, we will slowly pan out of the alley. It's still just barely the first full day of the sun solstice, and so much has already happened. And as the long night continues, I think that's where we should wrap up our session for the night. And next time we play, we'll hopefully have our full party, and we'll see what else we can learn. After all, there is a detective trying to figure out
Murder.
what's murder. And the one clue he's got is leading him right to you guys. Great session, everybody.
You're making me find.
That's awesome,
myself
thank you.
in that. How dare you?
Y'all whipped through that session an hour faster than I thought you would. Good job.